Hey, Exotical darlings, this is Coco Exotical. Welcome to the Monitoring Spirits series. Today we're talking about pocket watchers. Do you ever have friends or family or even coworkers who are constantly watching your pockets, watching your wallet, watching your debit card, watching your bank account as if your finances are their finances? If you purchase new shoes, new clothes, or a new handbag, or if you shop at certain stores, they're making all kinds of slick comments about it. Oh, those are some nice shoes, or oh, that's a nice dress, or that's a nice bag. How much did you pay for it? How much did I pay for it? Why are you asking me how much I paid for it? I think that's so rude, asking someone how much they paid for their items. You could ask me where I bought it, that's fine. But asking me how much I paid for it, why is that your business? Then if they do ask you where you bought it and you tell them, then they're like, oh, really? Oh, you shop there? I don't know. I don't know how you could shop at that store. That's kind of expensive. Okay, maybe it's expensive for you, but it's clearly not expensive for me. That's why I shop there. Or they're monitoring where you buy your groceries. I like to shop at places like Whole Foods or Sprouts because I like to get fresh, organic, healthy fruit that actually tastes like fruit instead of tasting like water. Like vibrant, healthy vegetables that are actually fresh and healthy instead of, dried up and withering on their last leg. I also like their hot bar there because, again, their foods are hot, fresh, delicious, and healthy, and they're good for my body. So I can just grab something really quick for lunch or for dinner after work, and I know that it's going to taste good and it's going to be healthy for my body instead of shopping at a fast food place after work. So when they see you buying those healthy, fresh foods, now they have something to say about it. They never had anything to say about it when you're coming home with a whole bunch of fast food, but the second you're coming home with something fresh and healthy, then they have something to say about it. And they know that food looks good too. They're like, oh, that looks really good, or that smells really good. Where'd you get that from? And then you tell them, oh yeah, I went to Whole Foods, or oh yeah, I went to Sprouts. And they're like, oh, you went to Whole Paycheck? Why are you calling it Whole Paycheck? I don't spend my whole paycheck there. Are you spending your whole paycheck on some groceries? And if you are spending your whole paycheck on some groceries, then yes, you need to shop somewhere else. But clearly my bank account is A-okay if I purchase groceries at Whole Foods or Sprouts. So you don't need to try to police where I shop. If where I shop is too rich for your blood, then shop elsewhere. But stop trying to convince me to shop elsewhere too. Stop saying things like, oh, this box of strawberries was $1.99 at the regular supermarket. Or, oh, I went to Whole Paycheck and the oranges there were $2 a pound more than the local supermarket. Like, okay, and stop trying to send me subliminal messages about how I can get the fruit and the vegetables cheaper at a regular grocery store. Yes, I know that it's probably cheaper there, and it also doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like water. It has no flavor to it. You don't even remember what the fruits and vegetables are supposed to taste like. You forget what a strawberry is supposed to taste like, what an orange is supposed to taste like, what a raspberry is supposed to taste like, what a banana is supposed to taste like, because it all tastes like air when you buy it from the regular grocery store. It tastes like nothing when you get that stuff at the regular grocery store, at least to me and my taste buds, and I don't like that. I don't want to taste fruit and vegetables that taste like air. I want to actually taste what they're supposed to taste like, what they're meant to taste like. I like the taste of actual fresh organic fruits. It tastes sweet, it tastes vibrant, it tastes very flavorful, and that's how I like my fruit to taste. So I don't mind paying more to go to Whole Foods and get my fruit there and get my vegetables there and get my healthy snacks there. I don't mind paying more for quality. Why does that bother you so much? Why are you trying to watch my pockets so hard? Why are you trying to police where I shop? Why are you trying to police how I spend my money? Why are you monitoring me so damn hard? Right? This is what I mean about monitoring spirits. You couldn't pay me to care so much about where somebody else is shopping or buying their groceries. Or maybe you could pay me, but I still don't care enough to even monitor what other people are doing with their lives and why they're buying their groceries, where they're buying them. So people like that are monitoring you because they know that they can't afford to shop where you're actually shopping, or maybe they don't really want to shop there, but clearly they do really want to shop there because that's why they're monitoring you. They care so much about what you're doing, no matter how small, no matter how minuscule it is, because they're secretly envious of you and your life. They see you elevating, they see you thriving while they're struggling, or they feel like they're struggling compared to what you're doing. So now they're monitoring you to see what it is that you're doing to be so great. Instead of trying to elevate themselves as well, they're trying to bring you down to their level. So why are people always trying to bring you down to their level, right? Why don't they try to elevate up to match you instead if they feel like you're doing so much better than them? If they feel like they've put you on a pedestal, why don't they try to climb up and get on top of that pedestal with you instead of trying to bring you down to the mud with them? But that's because they really don't believe that they can. So that's why it's important to also improve your mindset, right? Because with a good mindset, you're going to tell yourself that you can do things. You're going to tell yourself that maybe it'll take a little time, but I'll be able to do it. When you have a negative mindset, when you have a limited mindset, when you have a poverty mindset, when you have a backwards mindset, a victim mindset, you're always complaining, then you don't think that you can achieve anything, right? You're going around constantly replaying the narrative in your head that you're not good enough, or that you can't achieve what your friend has achieved or what your neighbor has achieved. Then of course you're not going to achieve anything, right? Some people don't even want to attempt to reach their goals because they have a fear of failure. They don't realize that failure isn't necessarily a bad thing depending on how you use it, right? The majority, if not all, of successful people have failed at least once, but the reason that they're successful is because they use those failures as teachable moments. They use the lessons from those failures to improve upon what went wrong, and then they try again and again until they're successful. So if you fail once and you decide, oh, see, I knew this wasn't going to work, forget it, I'm done. Yeah, you're done because you refuse to even try again. You refuse to learn anything from your mistakes, and you've given up on yourself and your future. So now you get to watch other people succeed while you remain stale and stagnant in a mess of your own making, right? Because you don't want to do anything. You prefer to remain a victim and complain and poor me and think that people are going to continue to give you sympathy over and over and over again. No, that gets old, it gets stale, it gets tired, and people are going to realize that you're literally sitting around just playing the victim and you refuse to even take steps to try to help yourself. So why is anyone going to try to help you if you refuse to even help yourself and you prefer to just sit around saying, oh, I'll never be able to shop here, I'll never be able to do this, and I'll never be able to do that. You're programming your mind to think that, then those are the results that you're going to get in your life. But that's for a whole other video. So anyway, have you all encountered people like this who love to monitor you and watch your pockets and try to get you to shop at cheaper places because they can't afford to shop where you shop? How did you handle that? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.